Hi everyone, thank you very much for being here today. I was thinking this morning, why do I do these videos? What is it that drives me to sit here and talk to you? And I've always been a sharer, and the more I experience life in love, and I didn't a long time ago, the more I want to share what I see and the opportunities that I see for us to change what's happening in this world and how we experience life. Because we can all see very challenging and difficult things that are happening, and quite often I hear people say, well, what can I do about it? And we can do a lot. And so today I wanted to share a few things that bring some awareness of what we do and how through this awareness we can start to change things by seeing it, by knowing it. And a friend of mine told me a story a little while ago, and it was two ladies having a conversation, and one of the women was white and the other one was Asian. And they were talking about how they saw each other. And the white lady said to the Asian lady, I see you as exotic. And the Asian lady got quite angry and was insulted by that and felt that the white lady had said this purely because she was Asian. Now, I don't know what was going on for her, but in that moment, maybe all of the negative racist things she experienced in her life came to the front. But I would imagine that the other lady wasn't insulting her, felt that she was actually giving her a compliment. And I said to my friend, wow, I'd really love it if somebody said I was exotic. And my friend said, well, you would, because you're white. And in that moment, there was all of this stuff that is about seeing people as a race, as we have been conditioned to do. And every single person involved in that, including me, and me now bringing this to you, is bringing all of that into the present moment. And yet we have an opportunity to stop it. And that is the reason I'm sharing it, is to become aware of something that triggers you, that brings about a reaction that may not be to do with what's happening right now or right in front of you at the time that it happens. And that can be so powerful. Because when we become aware of things, then we can actually stop them. And if everybody did that, then there would be less and less of the abuse that goes on in this world, because we perpetuate it. So if we perpetuate it, then we can stop it. And you might say, well, you know, I can stop it, but there's so many people who don't. And that might be true. But if you change, then you will impact somebody else, undoubtedly. If your experience of life is more in love, is lighter, you will impact somebody. Absolutely. It may not be the way you see it. It may not be the way you want it to be. But undoubtedly, something will shift. Because this is about frequency, and the frequency of love and authenticity are extremely high. And they go beyond any intellect, any logic. And it impacts others. So when do we start? Well, we start with us, and we can start now. But we can only start when we become aware of how we get involved, how we behave. And that happened to me this morning. A brilliant opportunity to share something with you that was really uncomfortable for me. I was at home with my daughter, and we were both getting ready. She was getting ready to go to work. I was getting ready to take the dog out. And we had a conversation, and we both started to get angry with each other. And we used to trigger each other a lot years ago, and it hasn't happened for ages. And this morning, because we were both tired, something happened, and we both got angry. And I ended up swearing at her and then saying goodbye and left the house. And I felt so sad. My heart was actually aching. It was just, I felt awful. I knew that that wasn't the way I wanted to speak with my lovely daughter. I knew that that wasn't helpful, but it happened. And it does happen. You know, we make mistakes. We get angry. But we also have a chance to put it right. And so I apologised to her, and she apologised to me. And then we both cried because we felt so sad. And then we talked, and then we felt okay. And we have the opportunity to do this in every area of our lives. You know, I felt really self-righteous and I'm not apologising. And then I felt the ache in my heart, and I knew it wasn't right. And so when we become aware of our role in this world, we can stop looking outside and saying, well, they all do this, so I'm going to carry on doing it. Because where's that going to get us? Absolutely nowhere. And you might say, well, there's terrible wars going on, and there are. And if you can't do anything about that, then start with you. Start with right now. What is possible for you to be more in love? To be more in love with you. Because when you become aware of your inner narrative, the things that you say to yourself, and it's quite difficult actually to become aware because you're used to it. It's a bit like having a fan on. You know, if you've been in a room and there's a fan on, you don't hear it until maybe somebody says, oh, why is the fan on? And you go, oh yeah, there's a fan on. It's the same thing. You may be saying you're not a very nice person and you don't even know it, but it's not true. And so that's what doing the inner work is all about, is being more of the love, the freedom, the light that you truly are, because that's what we all truly are. We don't have to go and get freedom. We don't have to be given freedom. We are free. And so, what is possible for you to start to change what is happening in this world? And I want to end this video by thanking Victoria from North Star Lodge very much for sharing this beautiful space with me. It's a gorgeous place on the outskirts of Whitstable. I'll put a link below if you want to know more about it. But it's a place of high frequency, energy, love and light. So thank you very much, Victoria, for sharing it with me. Much love. I'll see you all soon.